back, everybody. We have another product review for you today. It's going to be on a really good product that I think a lot of my garden viewers are really going to enjoy this review. What we're going to do is we're going to do a review on this product here from this company. It's called True Leaf Market. They sell seeds and they sell other garden supplies. I think they also sell plants and stuff. But I'm mostly interested in your sprouting supplies and the things you're going to need for that. So that's where this came in. Now, this particular order costed me somewhere around $90-something, which wasn't bad for the amount of what I got and the quality of what I got. So let's take it out and look at what we got. They sent me that, you know, get a little gift card thing here, and they gave me, that's a receipt. It's gonna come packaged like this if you buy what I bought. It's going to come packaged like this. You're going to see it's got the paper on it, which I'm going to put this all back together. I don't need it this year anymore. This is going to be for next year, so it'll be like a new package opening for next year. But I want to share it with you now. So it's going to, your box is going to come like this. It's going to come with paper on it, which we're going to put all of that back in there. And then, of course, this is going to be a product. So let's take a look at what they are. So I needed to order 10 sets of these sprouting trays. And so I bought everything in multiples of 10. Now you can spend a little extra money. You can probably go to the $150 higher instead of, like I spent under $100 for this, but you could have went a little higher and gone with the extra thick on those. Which I don't think it's necessary at this point. I think these are actually good enough. So these are the trays that I use. And just take it out. They're going to come like this. Okay. They're going to come like that. There's 10 of them in here. And when you get these trays for the first time, they're going to be like a sheet. Now you can leave them like that if you're selling them, or like me, I end up separating the cells, and each cube is considered a cell. Now I like the forest buys. I don't really like the small ones though. Sometimes the small ones are good. Depends on what I'm planting and what time of the year I'm planting. If it's during the winter, I might go with the smaller ones and just keep the plants really small throughout the winter. You know, in the early part of the sprouting season, and then when they start getting bigger, I just go right to the cups. What I want to mention about these is I want to show you, like, you could see the plastic on these are quite. They're not real thick, and you don't want the plastic to these to be so thick and heavy and hard you can't get the cube out. You need to be able to compress it like this to get the cube out. So it has to be a little bit soft and permeable, but not too soft. Now if they're too soft, like this here, they're similar. This one's thicker. It's a little thicker than this, but this is like an Amazon one, and you can see, oh, this is 1 year's use on it, and you can see that these ripped already. This is basically what you're going to get from Amazon. This is like a 1 or 2 year use. I only pushed these one time. You basically push them out to get your plant start out of there, and they're pretty much garbage after that. This is like a 1 year use with this thing. These, I would imagine, are going to last me at least 2 years, probably 3 years. They're definitely a little thicker, and a little trick for you guys: if you do rip it in the corners, because that's where these rip a lot. If you do rip it on these big ones, not those little ones, these big ones, if you decide to buy these, you could just use a piece of duct tape, and that'll actually keep it together for a couple more years. It works good. It doesn't come off. But I'm not worried about that with this particular thing. I mean, I got 10 new trays, and it's going to replace the old trays. So yeah, True Leaf definitely aced it when it comes to the quality of these cells. It's definitely thicker. It's a better quality material. I'm pretty pleased with this. So I would definitely recommend them. Now I don't know about the smaller cells. I might get those at the next year and do a review on the same thing, but with the little cubes, where there's I think there's 9 things in one cell. So I might get that next year just to review it. I don't know if I'm going to order 10 of them. So that is that. Now, I also wanted to get the trays with it, because this is the trays that I was getting from Amazon. This is last year's trays. So look at this, guys. Last year's trays. I can't I picked this thing up and it's like folding in the middle. They broke on the ends. Look at this, guys. This is 1 year tray. 1 year. And these things are cracked. And I paid almost as much for a set of 10 of these for that as I almost did for what I paid for this. I paid a little less, maybe $10 less. But in the end, I got like 1 year, maybe 2 years out of some of these. I really stretched them out. You can see I'm taping them up. They break right here. You can see where they snap. See how they break it? They're so thin, it's very brittle. The plastic was very brittle. There was no malleability to the plastic. It was very brittle, and it was garbage. That's what I got on Amazon. Now, I decided to get my trays from them, and so let's take a look at what the trays look like that. It's going to come with this little thing on there. Take that off, and now you're going to get these really good, nice, pretty thick trays. These are, I looked at the Jiffy trays. These are as thick, if not thicker, than the Jiffy trays. The reason why I don't like the Jiffy trays is because the Jiffy trays got the preset things inside of it for the peat moss discs that you put. I don't want that. I want a plain tray just like this where I can put those cells in it and do my deal. That's how I want to do it. I don't like the peat moss Jiffy things. Though, the quality of the Jiffy trays are good quality. They're really thick and they last you a long time. The problem with the Jiffy trays, too, is that they're expensive. They're like $15, $20, $25 for the tray, the Jiffy thing, the insert, the little insert things, and the humidity dome. That whole thing will cost you anywhere between $15 and $25 now for one. So I got a good deal when I say I paid under $100 for 10 of sets. I got 10 sets of everything. I'll show you the final thing in a minute. So yeah, this is a really good tray. I'm going to be honest with you. The only other thing I'd like to do when I set up my trays is they sell a tray with no holes. This doesn't have any holes in it because I start oftentimes indoors and I don't want it leaking all over the floor. But I also like to line my trays with another tray like this, but it's like a net. They didn't sell it there, but it's like a liner. You put it in there, and it just keeps everything off the ground, and it stiffens this up a little bit. So it takes some of the pressure, plus it gives you the option to just lift that out when you bring it outdoors. I don't want it sit when I bring my things outdoors to harden off my starts. I don't want it to sit in a water thing. I want it to sit in one that's not going to hold water. So you can buy these with holes or without holes. So I usually like to get a set of these and then a set of ones that have holes in it and then double line it, and then that way I can just take the one with the holes out and bring it outside, and now it doesn't hold water. So it's good to get the second set. I didn't buy it because I'm looking for one that's a little bit different than what they offer. They offer it looks like this, but it has holes in it. I want the other one where it looks like a net, like a basket, and you just kind of pull it out and you're done. I like those better. They're thinner profile, and it's just good enough to keep everything together and then just take it out of this thing, which is going to hold water. And I don't really want it to hold water. Once I bring my plant starts outdoors, I don't want it to hold water. And that's it. So this is definitely worth the money that I paid for these. They're very thick, very hardcore, very heavy duty. And they do sell a set of trays like this where you can get them even a little thicker than that. They're really thick, but you're going to pay like a lot more, a third more for that. So you can, but for me, this is good enough. And last but not least, I bought a set of humidity domes. And some of you are probably going to be like, yeah, but the humidity domes, they're going to... you're going to get, not blossom and rot, the dampening off and the fungus and the mold grows on top of your soil because you use the humidity domes. That's true, but if you bake your soil, I did a video about sterilizing your soil in the oven. If you do all of that, you generally don't have to worry about, the dampening off thing in general. Sometimes you do, but for the most part you don't, and you can get away with using these humidity domes after you bake your soil. So that's why I got these. These are really thick. Let me try to get one out here. So these are really thick. These are like twice as thick as the Jiffy ones. They're very hardcore and heavy. The only problem with these that I wish they were a little bit wider, because they're just wide enough for you to put it on top and get sprouts and then take it off. I just wish they were a little taller, maybe twice the width, twice the thickness of this. That would have been great because my tags alone stick out higher than this. So now I got to cut my tags smaller. It's just a pain in the neck, you know. Or use number tags and then I tag them later. It just makes it, if it were just double the width of that, it would have been perfect for me because that way I can put my taller tags in here. Because some of the names of these varieties are, you know, like a sentence long, and how do you fit that onto a little, you know? So these are definitely higher quality, very thick. It's just, this is as thick of a material as this, very thick. I'm very impressed with the quality of the product that they offer, and I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't from now on. I might even order a second set of these just to keep them around and just put them in my, you know, because I buy sometimes extra stuff and I'll store it in there. I might do that just to have a set of these in case they go down and they're no longer in business or something. Now you can't get it. You know, in my opinion, definitely worth it. I'm very pleased with it. I can't wait to use these next year. And I'll be getting, unfortunately, I'm going to be chucking these out. A lot of times I'll just like keep these around and just stick them like a liner underneath it. Like I told you, I want to, you know, I could drill some holes in here and just use that. But these are so bad, they're so broken, I'm just going to chuck them. They're breaking apart as I handle it right now. They're junk. And so that's the unfortunate thing. But, yeah, I definitely recommend it. The company's name is True Leaf. I'm sure you guys probably heard of them before. This particular product is definitely well worth it. Before you buy anything on Amazon, definitely consider this as an option. And I think they gave me free shipping with this item if I spent over a certain amount. If I spent over $70, I think I got free shipping. So I got the free shipping on it, and that was great. So definitely worth it. I definitely recommend them. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's just a quick review for True Leaf's starter kit for your seeds. If you have any experience with this company or anything you want to just comment below. And that's it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.